What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Our Streamers Cheaters. Today we're going to be talking about a Facebook gaming streamer again. This guy goes by the name of Teacher Gamer, and I've had people contacting me about him potentially using Wallhacks. So today we are going to be taking a look at some of his gameplay as well as a couple of other details. If you do enjoy the video, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And if you want to keep up to date on things going on with BadBoy Beaman, or even to get in touch about someone who you believe is cheating, follow me on Twitter at BadBoy Beaman. Right, let's crack on with the video. As always, we've come across to the page. This is Teacher Gamer GG, or Teacher Gamer. This is his Facebook gaming page. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go and check out how many followers he's got. And then we're going to go and check out some of the gameplay that I believe to be suspicious. So we've come down to the About section. It says, high school teacher who loves to play video games. Sign up for class by hitting that follow button. Don't be tardy or you'll be sent to the gulag. He's got 1,106 people who follow him. He's a level up content creator for the game and video creator section. So this guy has stars active. As you can see as well, if we look just here, he's actually not streaming Call of Duty Warzone. I believe this to be his most recent stream on his Facebook gaming page. Okay, guys, so we've seen his page. We've seen how many followers he's got. Let's go and take a look now at some of his gameplay. Let's go. We scrolled through his Facebook gaming page quite far back. We found a couple of compilation videos, a couple of live streams. We've put together a compilation of our own of some of the footage that we found within those. And yes, we are looking for Wallhacks. A lot of people have contacted me about this stream in particular, saying that they believe he's using Wallhacks. So we found a couple of moments that are suspicious. We're going to put them across to you guys, the viewers, to check out. And you guys let me know what you think, okay? Let's check out this moment now. He goes upstairs in the building. He claims that he hears someone above him. He hears a door open. And yes, you do hear all these things. You hear footsteps. You do hear a door open. But then watch how he actually pre-aims and shoots the guy afterwards. So we'll watch the whole moment now.
I'm going to get up on top of this building. Oh, someone's on my building. Someone just opened my door.
That's cool. How did he know I was right there?
So that to me was suspicious, as well as the enemy's actual reaction as well. How did they know I was right there? So what we're going to do, we'll pull it back. We'll pause it at time so you guys get a better understanding.
Oh, someone's on my building. Someone just opened my door.
He hears a door open at that point. Look at where he's looking here. He's looking directly down at the floor. And even when he jumps across to the left of the stairs, his aim stays in the same location. He then aims down sight at the stairs. Again, looking at the minimap, you know, there's no indication of an exact location of the enemy. So the door has opened, meaning that the enemy could actually be crouch walking anywhere downstairs, anywhere beneath him. But he chooses to pre-aim this perfect location. And there's the enemy. So that to me, although it's not a big moment, is a little bit suspicious because yes, you hear the door open. No, you cannot hear the enemy crouched still there. You can't hear him there, but he placed his crosshair perfectly through the floor upstairs and then the same on the stairs until he actually aimed down sight at the stairs and then peeked out and aimed directly at the enemy. And then kills him. So that is the first clip that I found on his page that I believe to be suspicious. Let's have a look at some more now. Okay, so the things I'm going to point out for this clip that we are about to watch are, number one, there is a bounty on the minimap. Yes, a cluster strike has been put down. Yes, one of his own teammates are placed on top of airport roof, based on what I can see from the minimap. His other teammate is in front of him, moving towards the first bunker or hangar. So, you cannot see any enemies except for one, who is the bounty. He calls out a guy before he sees him, as he appears out of the hatch of a roof. He then manages to down the guy, but it's the way in which he calls it out. I see him, and then the enemy appears. He then talks about them being bunched up inside that building, although you can only tell one enemy is there because of the bounty on the minimap. He claims there to be a bunch of them within that building. Could there have been a prior engagement? Yes. However, the way in which he uses the term bunched, and then when they actually push into the building, the way in which he's taken his shots perfectly, it all seems to add up and be one big suspicious moment. So we will watch it in full now, and we'll go back and address the moments that I've just talked about.
Yep.
Are they still in the little hotel?
They're like right in the middle.
Oh, I see him. I see him. Downed one. Throwing Semtex.
Ping it where?
Right here.
Head for target location.
He doesn't know where I sniped him from, but they're all just bunched up there.
Yep.
Please make lots of noise.
I down one.
They dropped a...
Oh, shit. How did he?
What? Nice.
You're standing there camping me, bro.
Okay, so that's the whole clip. We've just watched it from start to finish. Yes, there could have been a UAV prior to that engagement. Yes, there could have been a prior engagement to that engagement. So him knowing that there were more than one in there is a possibility. But his use of words such as they are all bunched together in there let me believe that maybe he can see them all standing next to each other. So we'll go back a little bit now. From the start.
Are they still in the little hotel?
They're like right in the middle.
He aims down sight there. And you can't see anything other than the air vent at the top of the roof, okay?
Oh, I see him. I see him.
I see him, I see him. He then switches to his sniper, or Car 98, and aims directly at the air vent. Okay, so we could say that's a mistake he's made. Maybe he believed that that was actually an enemy head. But, what, not even a second later, the enemy actually appears from that location. He claimed to have seen him. How could he have known he was there? Obviously, he's the one who's claimed to see him, not another teammate calling it out. Obviously, we know there is a bounty there, so yes, it's a possibility that the enemy could appear from there, but the fact that he claimed to have seen the enemy before seeing the enemy, switching weapons and then aiming back down sight before the enemy actually appeared is very suspicious. That is the most suspicious moment in this whole clip for me.
He doesn't know where I sniped him from, but they're all just bunched up there.
So even then he says they're all just bunched up there. It's almost like he knows their general location within that building and that they're all bunched together. It's not a terminology I would have used. Maybe it was that. Maybe they have had the prior engagements for that. However, there is no way that he would have been able to see that enemy without Wallhacks. There was no way for him to know that the enemy was going to appear out of the roof the way he did after he claimed to have seen him. So that is probably the most suspicious moment within that. What do you guys think of that? Let me know in the comments below. This clip that we've got here for you is actually from a live stream. This was from about 10 weeks ago, I believe. And the overall gameplay has a few small suspicious moments in. There's one main suspicious moment within this where he's throwing Semtex towards people who he can't see and then peeking out and shooting directly at them after not being able to see them either. Calling enemies out in a location but pre-aiming a different location. We're just going to go through it all with you now, and I'll pause it and discuss the moments as it's happening. Let's go.
I wasn't gonna take it.
Okay, alright.
He takes his first check of the heartbeat
so
here.
far, so they're not pulling up. Oh, we're also gonna have to like dip hard.
He's
so
heading in a
someone's got
general
vehicle.
direction as well. Goes into here, picks up a bounty. Seems
I
shocked
got
that
two
the
guys
bounty
20
went so
meters.
far, by
Two
the way.
guys 20 meters
And
in
then,
front.
if you go back here slightly now,
Dip hard.
to
so
this point
someone's got a
here,
vehicle.
after going into the garage,
Got one guy.
checks his heartbeat again. So based on that heartbeat sensor there, 20.7 meters away, look at the direction where the enemies are on the actual heartbeat sensor. I would place them on the other side of those garages. Correct? That's right. Based on where he stood now, based on where those enemies are marked up on his heartbeat sensor. Again, no indication on the minimap of where any enemies are here. But watch where he goes and holds a pre-aim
I got
now.
two guys 20 meters. Two guys.
So from checking them on the left side of these garages, two of them, he then pre-aims
20
this
meters in
corner.
front.
And there's the gun. The gun does appear before he actually takes a shot. But what amazing timing that is. How would he have that knowledge that the enemies from the left side of those garages were actually going to push round to that point? How did he know that? You could say because of the storm, because of the line on the minimap that says that they've got to head in that direction. However, in my opinion, the best play would have been to go and peek that corner and wait for them to appear from the other side. But he didn't, and it's almost like it was timed perfectly. And then when he took the shots there, it's almost like he thought that enemy was going to just come walking straight out into those bullets. So he popped a few shots off first, and then stops, then carries on shooting.
One down.
Okay, but this one next is the icing on the cake for me. This is the most suspicious moment within there, because we know that he's checked his heartbeat sensor prior to that engagement, and there were 2 people on the left side of those garages. That's 2 people. He's now downed 1. Watch his next interaction now. At what point was there anything to indicate an enemy coming from over there? None. There was no sound for it. Although you did hear footsteps then. You heard footsteps to the left side of the garage, which would have been the second player there, going to revive the teammate who this guy has just downed. So, how did he know this guy was there? Maybe he got a glimpse of him as he peeked out from the garage. So we'll go back a little bit and get a pause on that moment. From here, he's already got the Semtex in his hand, cooking, ready to throw, whilst aiming here. And you can see to the right side of it, absolutely no indication of any enemy whatsoever. And then he just throws it. He then pre-aims, peeks out and starts shooting at the enemy who's heading towards him from far away. So can you guys make sense of that yet?
One eliminated. One eliminated.
It continues from here. He goes back round, he hears the revive, he then starts shooting towards the person making the revive. There are 3 people over there.
Up. One is up.
Claims there to be 1 still up, but watch this.
Got him.
Okay,
Nice.
it doesn't look very suspicious, does it? But what we're going to do, we're going to pull it back a little bit. So from this point here is where the pre-aim starts. Crosshair placement, pre-aim, whatever you want to call it. He's making sure his crosshair is in the right position so that when he aims down sight, it is on the enemy. This is my opinion, by the way, of course, guys. But watch this. Look at his crosshair placement here. Yeah. Keeping in mind as well, guys, that all of these markers that are on the map were there prior to this engagement, of course. None of his teammates have had visuals of these. Okay? Because all his teammates are there on this side with him. So, his crosshair placement is still sitting there. Nicely on this little bit of wall here. He aims down sight just as he peeks to the right of that wall. Oh, there's an enemy standing still making absolutely no noise. He must have heard them. But he didn't, did he? There was absolutely no sound coming from that enemy. He knew he was sort of within that vicinity, but there are so many different variables for where that enemy could have went. He could have moved all the way back, gone up into that building, up onto the roof. He could have gone back down towards airfield, through one of the hangars. He could have went anywhere at that point. The only way he couldn't have gone is out towards where this guy is. That is the only option he couldn't have taken to actually get away from him. But for some reason, Teacher Gamer knew to aim in that exact location. That's the second time we've seen him do a similar pre-aim like that, because of the one on the stairs earlier, and now this one. So for me, I believe that there are very suspicious moments within that. This is all one gameplay. He's wiped the full squad out on his own, and some of them guys were ghosted because they were not showing up on the heartbeat sensor, but he managed to kill all 4. He knew to throw a Semtex at one guy who wasn't on a heartbeat sensor, had no sound indication whatsoever, and then jump out and shoot at him and kill him. And then he knew this guy's location, even though he stood still, and you cannot hear any sound. I had my Astro A40 headset on while I was listening to this, and you cannot hear any sound whatsoever. Guys, go and check these clips out, watch them over and over, and let me know what you think. While we were searching his Facebook gaming page, on his most recent streams, he's not been playing Call of Duty Warzone, and there was actually a video that he's put out saying, live on Twitch right now. So, we come across to Twitch to check out his page. He's got 131 followers on Twitch. Thought I might find some Warzone gameplay on here, because he's not streamed it in a while on Facebook. And we haven't. There's Rogue Company, Valheim, and then 8 days ago, Call of Duty Warzone. So it's been 8 days since he actually streamed Warzone on here. So we decided to look through some of his other games, you know, other streams, Rogue Company stream, Valheim. And we actually found something very interesting within one of the streams. And we're going to show you that now. Let's go. As I stated, we went through some of his streams on other games to see if there was any sus moments there. And we actually come across this pretty fast in one of his streams where he actually claims to be banned. His Activision ID, completely banned. Listen to what he has to say about it now.
Dang, ignored here too. What happened to Warzone? Oh, Warzone. Oh, we got banned in Warzone, dude. And not only did they account ban, but like literally I can't even play the game anymore. Not even like on a separate account. So I'm appealing to Activision support to see what's going on. They said that they were going to send me an email as to why. I don't know, but they banned like over like 400,000 accounts so far, and there's a lot of false bans going around, and I'm one of them, and so I got to figure out what's going on.
Obviously, it's been put out that over 400,000 accounts have been banned. He's claiming there to be a lot of false bans. I'm going to say that I disagree with that, and he's claiming that his is one of the false bans and that he's appealing it. Based on the gameplay that we've seen in this video so far, what do you guys think? Do you believe that it's a false ban, or do you believe that his ban was needed? Let me know in the comments below. But that's not all, guys, because he's actually gone live again since this part here where he talks about his ban. He's actually been live on Facebook Gaming, and he's been live playing Warzone. Let's go and take a look at that stream now. I'm going to be honest with you, we're not actually going to watch any gameplay from this stream. This freeze frame right here is all we need. You can see he's on a brand new account, level 7, Teacher Gamer GG, hashtag 2734186. That's his new Activision account. So the guy has now decided to make a new Activision ID so that he can continue to play Warzone. Now let me just explain something to you as well, guys. If you receive a hardware ID ban, you would have to use a hardware ID spoofer to actually stop any future accounts you create from getting a shadow ban. Okay, so if I wasn't to use a hardware ID spoofer and I was to get a ban on my main account, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a new account and start streaming, then I would go into a game. I think after 2 games, you then get shadow banned. However, throughout this whole stream that he did, there was absolutely no shadow ban whatsoever. Now, unless he's gone and bought a new PC, which means new hardware, a new motherboard, new hardware, then he must be using a hardware ID spoofer to actually not receive a shadow ban on the new account. Which is it? Do you think he's bought a new PC? Do you think he's bought a new motherboard? Or is he using a hardware ID spoofer? Because when it's a hardware ID ban, which is actually what Activision are doing when they're handing out permanent bans, it's a hardware ID ban. So he went live on this account with no shadow ban. Or do you believe that actually he created this account, ended up shadow banned on it, and then decided to give it a week or so before actually going live on this account? It could be any of those things, couldn't it, guys? But either way, level 7, new Activision ID. Well, there we have it, guys. Teacher Gamer has been streaming on Facebook Gaming for some time. His gameplay's been a little bit suspicious. A lot of people have questioned it in the past, and a lot of people have reached out to me with this guy's name. I've decided to take a look, and we found out that he's actually been banned off Call of Duty Warzone. And as we've seen, he's actually using a brand new Activision account as well. So he's definitely been banned. He spoke about it on his Twitch stream. So if you add up the fact that he's had all them suspicious moments in his streams and his past videos on Facebook Gaming, and now the fact that he's been banned by Activision, it does scream suspicion in my opinion. What do you guys think of that? Let me know in the comments below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. If you want to support the channel further, hit that blue join button today and become a member of the Triple B fam. And don't forget, guys, we have got our Hacker Hunter merch available in the merch store right now. You can find that in the description below. You can find it in the store down below or in the store section on the channel. It is only available until the 30th of April 2021. Once it's gone, so don't miss out. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!